Alright, so today we talk about piecewise functions. First thing is your x values input independent variables. Those are all talking about the domain in particular. Okay, the y values, the output, the dependent variable is talking about the range. Alright, so looking at this example in this graph, we're going to go from left to right to look at our domain, from bottom to top look at our range. So looking at the left, this arrow is going to keep going off into the left direction, so that's going to be in negative infinity. Okay, then we keep going to the right, we look here at this x value, there's a hole, so that in that part of the graph, that part's missing, so that x value is 4. Okay, then it's going to continue back up on the other side of 4 and keep going to infinity. Okay, the reason we write it like this is just saying that this on your graph there's no x value that will equal 4. That's why there's parentheses there. Okay, then looking at the range, we're going to go from bottom to top. So I'm going to start at the bottom. There's no arrows pointing down, so right here would be my smallest y value. Well, that y value is 3. So 3 is my starting value. It doesn't equal 3 because of that open circle. Okay, if I continue up, this arrow keeps pointing up in the positive direction, so that's going to go to infinity. So there's your range. Okay, example 2, if we look at this one, again, the x values, I'm reading left to right, so there's no arrows pointing that direction, so I'm going to go to the right. Okay, so this is my smallest x value. It's an open circle, so it doesn't include that. Okay, I'm going to keep going, no more holes. Okay, and it stops up here. Well, this x value is 8, and it does include that. That means it can equal 8 in this function. Okay, now the range is your y value, so bottom to top. There's no arrows pointing down, so I'm going to go, this is the lowest my y value ever is, so that's 1, and it does equal that. Keep going. There's a hole here, but if you look, it's filled in on this side, so that's fine. Keep going. This is the highest your y value is, so 7. That's going to be your domain and range for that graph. Okay, on these graphs, what we're going to do is we're going to look at each piece separately. So I'm going to look at this part first. So I have the function 2x plus 3. Okay, I'm going to look at the domain they give me. Okay, they tell me that x is less than or equal to negative 1. So I'm going to use that value, and I'm going to just find another couple points that are less than or equal to that. Okay, because it's less than or equal to, it's going to be a closed circle at negative 1. Okay, once you have these values picked from this specification, you plug it back in. So 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, and negative 2 plus 3 is 1. Okay, then go through again. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, plus 3 is negative 1. And if you continue on, you get negative 3 for this one as well. Okay, the next table, I'm going to be looking at just this equation now. Okay, so I need to find numbers that are greater than or equal to negative 1. Okay, well, numbers that are greater than that would be 0, 1. Okay, let's plug this in. So 3 minus negative 1, so that's 3 plus 1, which is 4. 3 minus 0 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. So there's our values. Okay, if we look again, it's greater than or equal to, so I'm going to have a closed circle at that point. Okay, all of these others are just points in between. So now I'm going to use this and graph. So negative 1, 1, negative 2, negative 1, and negative 3, negative 3. Okay, these need to be connected, so how I know where to put my arrow is it's less than negative 1, so it's going to keep going in this direction. Okay, so then negative 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 3, 1, 2. Okay, my x values are getting bigger, so they're going to go in this direction. Okay, so looking at that, my domain for this is I have this arrow is going off to the left, so that's negative infinity. Stop, there's a gap here, but it's filled in right there. Keep going to infinity. So my domain includes all of the x's. Okay, the range. Alright, if we look, there's arrows going down, so we know it's negative infinity. Okay, there's a stop here, but it's all this gap is filled in on this part. Okay, oh, There's no point higher on this graph. There's no arrows that keep going. So this highest value is 4. And it does include that, so it's going to be a bracket. Okay, so there's that. I think that should be enough. If you still have questions, just come see me in the morning or after school and I can help you. Use your calculator to help you with the table if you think that'll be beneficial. Alright, good luck.